Hey, what's up, everybody? Joey Golliver here with Powder X Coating Systems to answer another one of your questions for the day. And I really love you guys because some of the things you send in, boy, this is going to be the one I'm going to tick a lot of people off. So, the question for today was this. It said, "Hey, I know you've worked in this business for a long time and you've helped a lot of people and all those fun things. So, what is the stupidest piece of advice you have ever seen anybody be given about the powder coating industry online?" Because the internet's a great tool, and you can learn a lot of things there. Unfortunately, and I've said this before, there's a lot of misinformation. So had somebody reach out and said, just what's the dumbest thing you've ever seen anybody, the dumbest piece of advice you've ever seen given online that was just so beyond wrong, that it just wasn't very feasible at all. So here goes making some people not very happy. Before I do that, go to powderx.com if you're interested in coming to one of our classes. The folks that show up will tell you one thing is, I'm going to shoot you straight. I'm going to tell you based on years of doing this what is the right and the wrong way and how to go about making money in this industry. Not going to sugarcoat it, so when you're about to find that out here in just a few minutes, I'm just going to tell you kind of like it is. So, what is the worst, not smart piece of advice I have ever seen anyone given online about the powder coating industry? Drum roll, please. The number one worst piece of advice I've ever seen given is build your own powder coat oven. That's the craziest thing ever. Now, before some of you start typing your comments, listen to everything that I've got to say here, and then once I get through all this, you can type away and hate all you want, but I'm not going to change my opinion on that. And here's the reason. First of all, let's talk about quality. A quality powder coating job has to have very uniform temperature throughout this oven, right? So I'll give you an example. A lot of the build your own oven instructions or things that you find out there talk about using heat lamps and stuff like that. So just logically, let's look at this. Go home, turn on your stove, and put your hand this high up off the eye. Tell me how hot it is. And then bring it down here. Tell me how hot it is. And then bring it down here and tell me how hot it is. You're not going to hold it down here for very long, right? Because it's going to be a lot hotter. There's a massive difference in the heat. They don't put air circulation inside those things. So if you don't put air circulation inside of it, you're not going to have uniform heat. And the guys that are telling you to build this on your own, oh my God, some of the things that you read for the fans that they tell you to use are like, go to a home improvement store and get an attic fan. So I have a question, show of hands. I can't see your hands, but I guarantee nobody's going to raise it. Anybody got an oven or an attic that runs at 400 degrees? Probably not, right? So attic fans aren't designed to run at 400 degrees. They're just simply not. So they're telling you to put something on here to recirculate air, and you're going to run this thing at 400 degrees. It's not going to last. That's not what it's designed for. If you got an attic that's 400 degrees, you got problems. You have really major problems. So from a quality standpoint, a lot of the stuff doesn't work. I will also tell you this. NFPA, the National Fire Protection Agency, NFPA 33, NFPA 86, the National Fire Code are all things that we all follow in building equipment to make sure that it meets all the national code. Okay? Has to meet a lot of things about national code. When we quote an oven, one of the things that we do is we always send you a spec sheet. The spec sheet tells you per NFPA blank, 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 dot, 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 whatever. Here's this code, and here's how this oven meets or exceeds this code. Here's this other code. Here's how this oven meets or exceeds this code. We have to address all the code issues that you're going to come into. True story. Heard this happen on multiple occasions. Okay? Most recently, it wasn't a year ago in the Carolinas. There were guys that built their own oven, put it in a building. The building catches fire. Had nothing to do necessarily with the oven. But as soon as the insurance company starts asking questions about things and figures out that it was not code compliant, it wasn't built to match the codes and didn't have the right labels and didn't have the right this, that, and other, all that fun stuff on it, canceled the insurance policy. The guys went broke, went into bankruptcy, lost everything they had because it not only didn't pay for their oven, it didn't pay for the rest of the equipment in there, didn't pay for the building they were leasing, any of that. And there are more than one of those horror stories out there. You know, I do a lot of work with, I do a lot of stuff with muscle car 4x4 and different shows and things like that. And even so, everybody's seen Richard Rawlings on Gas Monkey, right? And everybody knows that Richard's a little cheap. He likes his money. So he really tries to take care of his money. And if you watch the final episode of the 2019 season of Garage Rehab, the newest of Richard's shows on the Discovery Channel, he talks a lot about working with us on some powder coating equipment stuff that went into one of the things, because he understands and he states this in everything that he does. You have to have the right tool for the job. You're not going to halfway do this and do it correctly. You've got to have the right tool to do the job. It's an investment in your business. Okay? So, that all being said, PowderXClass.com, PowderX.com for information on equipment. You know, if you're going to take advice from some of these guys online, I want you to look at it and think about it this way, and here's where I'm going to hurt a few feelings. But that's okay. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. You wouldn't take financial advice from a broke person. You're not going to take diet and exercise advice from someone who is way, way, way out of shape. You're just not going to. And unfortunately, a lot of the information that's out there on how to do this and how to do it correctly are by people that are just doing it kind of as a hobby and who've never done it and made tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars doing it because they can't in the manner that they're doing it. And no offense to them, like that, God bless you, that's fantastic that you're going about it that way. Everybody has to start somewhere, and if you want to do it as a hobby, do it as a hobby. Maybe you enjoy your job. Listen, my granddad used to tell me this all the time. Everybody's not cut out to be their own boss. They're just not. Everybody's not cut out to be an entrepreneur. It takes a special type person who's willing to take the chances and step up to own a business and do that. And if you're not one of those people, that doesn't make you wrong. That doesn't make me better than you. That doesn't make anybody better than you. That just means that we're wired differently. And that's okay. There's places in the world for all sorts of different people. But the guys that are doing that way, that's not what you're doing if you're trying to open and grow a really strong, successful business. It's simply not. So join us at one of the classes. If you're looking to add powder coating into your building, or if you are looking to open your own powder coating business, go to PowderX.com or PowderXClass.com. I am here to help you in any way that I can. Shoot me an email, Joey@PowderX.com. I'm easy enough to get in touch with. Go to our website, message us on Facebook. I will do anything that I can to help you achieve your dreams. God has blessed me with success in this industry, and I am now, all I want to do is share that with others. So if there's ever anything that I can do to help you, all you've got to do is reach out. You know, there's always a path to get what you want. Just because the door you're knocking on isn't being answered doesn't mean there's not a correct door. There's always a path. The difference between successful people and broke people, or successful people find the path. They don't just throw their hands up and give up. They always look for the right answer. And I'm here to help you find whatever answer it is that may work for you. All you've got to do is to reach out. So again, Joey@PowderX.com. If you want to email, you can call us at 326-4840. Or you can email, or I'm sorry, you can, if you want to come to the classes, please come attend one of the classes. Before you ever get in this business, come to one of the classes, because when it's over with, you are either going to really want to get in this business or you're going to not want to get into this business. And